Clayser asking about buckets. Right, now let me reread that. Bucket lists, a list of buckets. Let me read it again. If you were to make a bucket list, what would be the top 3 things on that list? Bucket list, a list of things that people want to do before they die, basically. So number 1 on my list is to visit Lambeau Field. I believe I mentioned this in a previous video response, that I'm a huge Green Bay Packer fan. I've been so as long as I can remember, since I was who knows how young, in the single digits possibly. So that would be top of the list. Make it to Green Bay, see a game in Green Bay, with them winning, hopefully. I've been to 2 Green Bay games, one at Kansas City, my first game. Green Bay was undefeated at the time and they got destroyed. So that was horribly heartbreaking, because that was my first memory of seeing a Packer game live, was getting murdered in Arrowhead Stadium. And the second one was not here, but in Tampa Bay. I went to see them a couple years ago, and Tampa Bay isn't very good nowadays, so they don't get too many people out there. It really felt like a home game for Green Bay because there were a lot of us out there. So yes, number 1, make it to Green Bay, see a game live. Number 2 is more of an extended thing I want to do. I just want to travel outside the country to somewhere foreign, more or less. I've been to Jamaica, but I don't really count that. We were in the country, but we were on a sandals resort, which is its own little haven. I mean, you're not, experiencing Jamaica life. You're just at a resort in a wonderfully climate. So, I don't know if that's gonna be Europe, or it'll probably be Europe someday. That's probably the only destination. I don't think we'll be going to Africa. I don't think we'll be going to South America. Probably not Australia. Probably not Japan or Asia, anywhere. So probably Europe. We'll probably get to Europe one of these days, hopefully. That's on the bucket list. Intertwined with that is to visit the 50 states. I'm just going to count that 2 for 1 as one in my list. We want to see the 50 states. I actually started an idea where I bought a big canvas of USA, and I was going to cut out pictures of where we've been and then paste them on there, or glue them, or staple them, or something, just so you look at the map and you can see pictures of, where we've been. Because I actually looked on Etsy and there wasn't anything like that. I thought there would be a USA frame, more or less, where each state is its own picture frame and you can cut it out and slide it in. I think it's a genius idea, if it's not already out there. I looked like 3 or 4 years ago, so that may exist by now. But if it's not, genius idea, someone just give me like 20% and we'll be good. Number 3, it's tough. It's tough to say what number 3 is. I would like to learn to play an instrument. I already know how to play saxophone. I'm talking like maybe piano, guitar, drums. I'm leaning more towards drums, mostly because I like, hitting the rhythm. It's my favorite thing to do. I'm driving to the car. It's got a sick beat. I'm hitting the air drums. Definitely not. Probably won't do piano. I mean, maybe. My wife used to take piano lessons, so she at one point was looking for a piano. I don't really know how to play piano. I can play the Titanic theme. I can play hot cross buns. I can do chopsticks a little bit. But like my mom, my grandma, a lot of people in my family know how to play piano. So I think that would be, if not drums, because drums are kind of noisy. I had looked at electronic drums for a little bit, but I just don't know where I'd put them here right now. Cat. I mean, drums are my favorite to do on Rock Band, so I thought I would also enjoy it as a real set. I tried it at a friend's house one time. He had an electronic set, and it was all right. I wasn't very good at it, so I'd clearly need to learn a little bit. Probably won't be guitar. I have grip issues with gripping too much. I feel like that would kind of play into it, where I'd maybe grip too hard or not enough, or I don't know, my joints aren't as strong as they probably could be. So I'm going with either drums or piano. I know piano's not really easy on the the joints either. So definitely leaning towards drums as my favorite thing to probably learn. A fourth thing on my bucket list, just gonna throw it in there, is to develop an app of some sort. I've had several ideas in my brain. I just never have the time to sit down and do it. I've started, 3 or 4 different ideas, but I just, not really followed through because I mentioned lack of time to do so. So there's 4 things for you. I want to see a game in Lambeau, Green Bay game in Lambeau. I want to travel to Europe / the 50 states. I want to learn to play an instrument, probably drums or piano, and I want to create an app of some sort. I don't know if that's going to be a mobile app, a desktop app, a web app. Now, who knows? Apps can be anything. So that's my list. The end. Bye.